Shalom, call law, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, who do rule and teach well. Shalom, peace and blessings also to the hopefully elect, listening and learning. It's the brother Azariah, back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And I just got a few things I want to touch on through the spirit that's in the news right now. So this first one here we'll get from the People's Voice.tv, and it says Dems, which that's short for Democrats, to spend $1 million in taxpayer funds for LGBT quote fetish center. Right now, let's go into that word fetish. All right, the meaning of fetish is a fixation, a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity. An inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers, or because it is considered Salakia, or because it is considered to be inhabited by a spirit. Okay, so this, fetish worship, this all goes back to wicked left-hand spirits, all right, that deal with particular perversions that set themselves on people, right? So Democrats, and it ain't just them, it's the Republicans as well. So you have to understand that all these devils that are in politics, they see the reason why there's so much wickedness in America is because they don't stop it. They actually fund and promote the wickedness to go on. You see, so they'll put reports out and say, oh, it's the Dems that's doing it, or it's the Republicans, but it's both sides, man. Okay, both of them are funding wickedness. They're making sure that it prospers. If they didn't want it to happen, it wouldn't be happening, because they have the power to create the policies to stop it if they wanted to. But they're not going to do that because they're the wicked. See, they're adverse to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. A Democrat scheme to send $1 million in tax money to an LGBT fetish center in Philadelphia has been derailed. Libs of TikTok on X raised questions about the $1 million earmark for the LGBT center, which boasts rooms to try BDSM and S to the E to the X fetishes, and host BDSM and S to the E to the X. I don't even know what that word is. This is a post from X here. The Senate Appropriations Committee released a spending bill which is being voted on tomorrow. It includes $1 million of your tax dollars to go towards renovating an LGBT center in PA, which boasts rooms to try BDSM and S to the E to the X fetishes. All right. So the title of this lesson is "This World is Rapidly Coming to an End." And when you consider how this world is going, there's pretty much an all-out rebellion against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The law, statutes, and commandments have been discarded. Morality is non-existent. The majority of these people out here, they're walking around in gross darkness. They do what they want to do with no fear of repercussions, because Esau puts a battery in their back to do wickedness and to not hold these people accountable. You see, but what these people do not understand is that there's a day of reckoning. Okay, there's a great day of judgment that is on the horizon, you see. And these people's sins have reached unto heaven. And we're in a time where the Most High, he's no longer going to suffer these people's wickedness, man. See, there's going to be a recompense for the evil that these people do, whether they believe it or not. The Washington Times explained it was exactly the type of embarrassment Congress hoped to avoid, as it took another spin on the cash carousel known on Capitol Hill as earmarking, by which lawmakers redirect some of the usual spending to specific projects in their home states and districts. But they're using American taxpayer money to fund this stuff, just like they're using American taxpayer money to fund all these wars overseas, to fund uh, the Gaza war, to fund Ukraine, to fund the South China Sea, to fight proxies here and there. This is all being done with taxpayer dollars. And mind you, as we speak, America is 35 trillion and counting in debt, and it continues to increase every single second. You see, but there's nothing being done about that. There's a crisis at the southern border, which we know that this crisis has been deliberately engineered. You see, but this is going to cause a civil war, sedition in America. Make no doubt about it, because the stage is being set. You know, America is ripe for the taking, man. All right, because clearly this place does not have its priorities in order. America, Babylon the Great, the whore, they're worried about everybody else and want to be in everybody else's business and fund this wickedness. Meanwhile, the people are having to, the middle class is being taken away. Now there really is no middle class. Okay, it's either now you're rich or you're poor and just getting by. You see what I'm saying? Like, there really is no in between. You know what I'm saying? That's what these devils are doing. And that's a part of that Hegelian dialectic, pressure from above and pressure from below. But you see, this is what they doing, man. All right. And let's go to Isaiah 3 and 9. Okay, because America is a place where sodomy and being a homosexual, being a freak is not shame. That's actually welcome here. You see, and it's the more wicked you are, the more praise that you get. That's why you see openly now in today's time, they're trying to normalize pedestry. Okay, where they're trying to normalize dealing with children as a sexual orientation, and this is really what this whole LGBT thing was all about. Okay, to normalize wickedness, to normalize perversions, man. All right, as we speak right now, there's a term called minor attracted persons. Okay, where you're not going to be labeled a pedo, you're not going to be labeled a child abuser or a minor a statutory R to the A to the P to the E. You're not going to be labeled that. You're going to be labeled as, no, this is okay. This is an actual sexual orientation. You see? So we've been seeing what this push has been all about. What this push is all about since the very beginning. This is really Satan's agenda at work, man. This is why the scriptures say that, we war not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? This is exactly what's going on. But Isaiah 3 and 9 say, the show of their countenance doth witness against them. Yeah, so you can see on these freaky people's face. You can see it on their face that they ain't right. You can look into a man's eyes that's involved in these kind of perverse acts and see that they off, to see that they possessed by spirits, man, taken over by a legion of demons, right? So their countenance witnesses against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. Yeah, there was actually a pride parade last year in New York where they say, we're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children. They was chanting that at a LGBT pride parade. You see what I'm saying? So the agenda is rolling, and children in this time are not safe, man. Okay? Children are exposed to all kind of wickedness. Really, there is no innocence no more. You see, and if this world was continued to go on as it is, as the scriptures say, no flesh will be saved, man. Everything will be turned out. All flesh upon the earth will be corrupted, okay, through the vibration of the wicked. This is why a new rulership must be set up over the planet Earth that is profitable for life, man, that is profitable for righteousness to spring forth. Because right now, under the rulership of Esau, everything is mourning. Everything is unhappy, you see. They declare this sin as Sodom. They hide it not, yeah. So there is no shame. Because once upon a time, being a Mo, there was a term called being in the closet, right? To where if that's what you was into, it wasn't expedient for you to come out in the open and declare that. Now, of course, there were certain exceptions to that, but for the most part, there was a stigma against that in society. You see, but we're in a day and time now where the earth is completely lawless, okay, and people, they're just out here doing what they want to do and declaring their wickedness openly with no fear of repercussion or judgment. It says, woe unto their soul, which that word woe goes into destruction. You see? So destruction is coming to these people that declare their sin in Sodom, okay, that do not fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. You see that? And let's go to Genesis chapter 6. And let's see here. Genesis chapter 6 and 5. And it says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. All right. Now keep this in mind. Let's read on. Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. You see, so wickedness became so great on the earth that, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai repented that he made man. Like, his real desire, the Lord's real desire was to just wipe out all of mankind from the earth, man, because, things were so bad back then to where all flesh was corrupted. You see, verse 7, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I've created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. You see, so all creation was going to be wiped clean from the earth because everything was corrupted, man. Okay, under the vibration of the wicked den, which was the seed of Cain, all creation upon the earth was perverted. You see? That's why it says man, beast, the creeping thing. Okay, all things were turned out. You see, under the vibration of Cain back then, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But of course, Noah, and his three sons and their wives, they found grace in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now let's jump down to verse 11. It says, the earth also was corrupt before Yahweh, and the earth was filled with violence. And Yahweh looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. Now what was the Lord's judgment prescribed for all this wickedness? Verse 13, and Yahweh said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Now, when you go to Matthew 24 and 37, it says what? But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So in the last days, before the coming of the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai, the vibration on the earth would be just like it was in the days of Noah. Then when you get verse 38, it says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So yeah, these people are so caught up in a wickedness and sin that they don't even see judgment is coming. And that's ultimately that strong delusion that the Lord has put on them to love not the truth so that they may be destroyed. All right. But the point is, man, this is Revelation 11 and 8. Okay. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Now, what great city is being spoken of here? Okay. This great city is speaking of modern day America, okay, which is known as Mystery Babylon or Babylon the Great, all right, which also is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. So we see the perverseness, we see the Moism that goes on here, okay, we see that pederasty is normalized, we see that bestiality is normalized, we see that man with man and women with women, all of that here is a lifestyle, okay? And there's no stigma against it. We're in a time now where the masses of people have an attitude of, hey, do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody or harming anybody, do what you want to do. If you want to be a mole, if you want to be if you're a man that want to deal with another man, that's okay. If you're a woman that want to deal with another woman, that's cool. If you're a grown man that wants to deal with a 10-year-old boy, that's okay. Okay. If you're a woman and you want to marry your dog, that's cool. This is the day and time that we're in, man. So the scriptures are spot on. All right. That's why this place is called spiritual Sodom in Egypt. And it's Egypt because, of course, the Israelites were, sentenced to bondage here. Okay. We're made to work very hard and wear ourselves out as we did in ancient Egypt, man. You see, where also our Lord was crucified, and yeah, they've crucified the Lord here, indeed, man. You know, they've crucified the true understanding. They've crucified the law, statutes, and commandments. They've even crucified the true image according to the scriptures of what our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai look like. Okay, so they've crucified all aspects of the Lord here in Babylon the Great. Okay. So look, man, this place is on the way out. This place ain't got that much longer to go. And when you see things like this being pushed on the mainstream level and being funded by the government, not that we're surprised by that, but hey, this is just a sign to let you know. So we can, this ain't meant to be a long lesson at all. Saying so we can just get some headlines from the people's voice. 15 C theories that turned out to be conspiracy facts. Okay, which it shouldn't even be a conspiracy fact. It should just be facts. Point blank. Period. BlackRock gets $500 billion deal to rebuild Ukraine, but this southern and northern border situation is still wide open. You see, but they're concerned about Ukraine, which hey, everybody knows the jig is up. Ukraine is a failure. They don't have nobody left. They don't have any manpower left to throw at Ukraine. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to instate a draft, and they're going to use paid mercenaries that they brought over the border. You know what I'm saying? With these, all these military aged men to go into the military. But hey, they're also going to draft American citizens as well. So know that that's coming. CDC redacts every single word of 148-page study on carditis after CV. So you know what I'm saying? It's all coming out. Macron says there are no limits when it comes to supporting Ukraine. Tyson Foods announced his partnership with Insect Ingredient Company. Remember when Klaus was like, you shall eat the bugs, right? That's what Klaus said. Well, it's no wonder that these mainstream poultry and meat manufacturers, they're gonna do the bidding of the world banking elite, because all these food processing plants have been bought out, man. You see what I'm saying? We shall eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles, and the water Yahweh Bashem Shai that we about to get up out of here. Because if Esau, if this world was left to Esau, like if he was left to have his way, again, no flesh would be saved. All right. Everything is just through. Justin Bieber, Jay-Z, grapes, and deletes children in satanic rituals. You know what I'm saying? So everywhere you look, it's just news coming out. You know what I'm saying? Of what we've always known to be true. You see? We've always known these things to be true, but hey, everything must be revealed in its proper time. The scriptures say there's a time for everything under the sun. Dallas Cowboys lineman Charron Dorsey suffers fatal stroke days after the boost. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people is just through, man. You know what I'm saying? WEF scientists warn cold weather is actually caused by what they call global boiling. madness. Pizzagate is real. Former UN executive director drops bomb on the global elite. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man, we in some very heavy times. The Lord, seeing all these things, judgment is about to come down. Oh, I ain't even see this one. Democrat activists arrested for deleting and dismembering Edomites. That's the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Okay, spirits created for vengeance. You see? I just want to get a few of them anyway. Lord willing, Salakia, I'm tired. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, shalom to the elect.